What is up, guys? It's Vin here, and today I got you a little special treat. It's a Torchlight 2 beta. I'm gonna give you my impressions on characters and the game itself, for what I could play of it. I mean, I got my beta key Saturday and started to playing. I got 3 characters, one level 21, the level cap of this beta, and we're gonna start with him. Uh, let's start my game here. Create game, friends only, and let's go. Torchlight 2 is a game much like Diablo. You can see that, a little health, a little mana. So let's jump into it. First, Berserker. It's my favorite character so far in the game. It's a melee character using close hand weapons and one-handed weapons first, in my in my opinion at least. He's an awesome character. He deals a lot of damage, especially when his charge bar is filled. When his charge bar is filled, almost all your hits are critical hits. And every time you do a critical hit, if you spec into blood hunger, your character gains health. So you don't need to use health potions a lot. See, I've got 42 of those small ones and a buttload of the larger ones. So I'm gonna show off some of his skills. Hunter skills starts with Eviscerate. It's just a damage dealing type thing. Costs little to no mana. You can spam this when fighting bigger monsters, and it deals pretty good damage. You have Blood Hunger. I said already. Critical hits increase your health. It's pretty useful. And combined with Executioner, you have a chance to execute your enemies when once you're using 2 weapons of the same type. Once you dual wielding some weapons like this one. I'm using the claw and a hand scythe. Sorry, a bladed glove and a scythe. It's basically a claw, Wolverine claw. And once you use those type of weapons, you can execute your enemies. One hit, it's really cool. And once you execute your targets, your charge bar raises a lot. I didn't expect into Tundra, but it seems like a cool way to go. It's mostly ice damage. It's pretty cool too. And Shadow is my favorite thing about this character. See the first one here, Shadow Burst. You turn into a wolf and go forward to enemies. Every time you hit an enemy with this, you gain a little health, and it costs little to no mana again. So you can just use all your skills hitting everyone and just start spamming this in a group of enemies. So your health will increase rapidly, and you have a lot of fun destroying anyone in your path. You can combine this with Wolf Pack. You send out a lot of wolves, spectral wolves, towards your enemy, dealing damage, physical damage to them. It's a cool skill. I like it just for the looks of it and a lot of damage, since this game has a lot of enemies bunching up on top of you. It's really cool. And especially if you combine this with Shadow Bind. It's this attack right here. Enemies in its radius will get like poisoned, but not with poison itself. All enemies affected by this, once you hit one of them, all of them suffers a little bit of your punch. They take damage like the first guy you hit. Not all the damage is a percentage thing. 21% of this damage is dealt to all enemies affected by this. It's amazing, really amazing. And let me show off my other skills here. I'm level 21 level cap. I expect into strength, dexterity, focus, because I needed the mana, the critical hits of course. Vitality I got from a bunch of weapons that had a spec to increase my vitality. See here, these cloven hoof sandals. they increase 3 plus vitality attribute. And it goes to a lot of those weapons. 5 vitality. Just keep going. And also those weapons have these things called sockets. You can put those gems on them, and they still add more punch to your guns, to your armor. You can increase your resistance to poison, to weapon damage. It's really cool. I really like it. And plus, if you don't like where your gems are, or you want your gems in another place, you can remove them from your weapons, but you have to destroy them using this guy here, or you can just destroy the gem to put another gem in your weapon. It's really balanced, it's really cool, and it's a lot of fun to play. Let's move on to my next character. I think it's the engineer guy. Yeah, it's a Jon Snow engineer with his wolf from Game of Thrones, Ghost. Let's create a new game, friends only. Let's do this. This is a two-handed character. You wanna put some armor on him, making a tank, and just hit the enemies with sheer power. It's amazing the amount of damage this guy can do. Even at level 1, level 2, you can clear rooms without worrying to look at your health bar. It's crazy damage. So yeah, let's start with the Ember Hammer. It's just a wipe of your weapon, hitting all enemies around you. Not that crazy damage, but it's good, and it hits them with electric damage. So, I mean, it's okay. Flame Hammer, my favorite attack of all of them I saw here in the beta. That's the one you start with. You hit your two-handed weapon on the floor, bursting flames out of them, out of it, and hits hard and hits a lot of enemies. This crazy damage. You can one shot kill a lot of the small guys, especially if they don't have armor or shields. I mean, you can just destroy them. It was my favorite ability in the beginning. I just used that. I didn't use health potions on any of that. I just used the mana to keep it high. See, one shot, it's just crazy damage. Now I have a bigger guy. I'm gonna show off more of his skills. Hit him! I'm level 15, he's level 14. I mean, it's really easy. I hate those knockback attacks. Really annoying. See, easy peasy, really easy. So yeah, let me show off more of his skills. He has a boot attack. He stomps the ground in a 4-meter radius. Everyone gets flame damage. Not a lot, but I mean it's okay. And plus they have a chance to I forgot what it's called. Let me see. Seismic Slam. You can make him not move for a while. Just stand there taking damage. It's really cool as well. It's really useful for when you find packs of enemies. And I mean, stun all your enemies around you, especially if they're weaker ones. Those teeny guys with no shields, they don't stand a chance. Large weapons expertise. It's obvious what it does. It increases my power with the two-handed weapons. My speed, my attack during speeds, attack between speeds, my critical chance, and all that good jazz. The construction is a completely different build than what I'm doing. I'm focusing more on dealing damage than absorbing damage. But I expect into strong defense to increase my armor. It's useful for a tank character. You can deploy healing bots. They will keep healing you inside of 8-meter radius. It's a pretty good radius, I mean. And a gun bot should just shoot your enemies for you. Spider mines, really useful as well. You can deploy up to 10 spider mines that go up to your enemies and explode, dealing damage. Blast cannon if you're using weapons instead of two-handed um, swords or things of that nature. And Aegis, I didn't really use this because I was using two-handed and this skill focus on using your shield. The only one I used was Aegis of Fate, but I didn't got to see really this skill because it has a 2% chance to cast a bubble around you that will absorb 200% of your armor plus 100 damage for you. You will not get hit, but it's a 2% chance, and after that 3% chance, it's not really worth it. Don't do it. I mean, really don't do it. Um, I focused this on strength and dexterity. Focus on vitality just came with my weapons. And by the way, this is the best weapon in the game. Really, it's really good. I got maybe level 9 and upgraded 4 times because I know it costs me a lot of money, but it's really worth it. It does 116 damage per second and it attacks pretty fast. Attack speed is fast, man. Don't let that fool you. That's not average at all. And plus it came to with electric damage and poison damage, and I increased that even more using my sockets. It ignores 6 to all armor per hit, and it conveys 75 physical damage over 5 seconds. So which that means you're gonna be dealing more damage yet. And it's a really good character. I think this was my favorite to play with, really close to the Berserker. And now the last character I played with this beta with was the Ember Mage. I don't really care for her because it's a girl, it's Arya, and her wolf Nymeria. I'm gonna show off just the tiny bit I got to play with it. Was not much because I don't really know how to play those kinds of characters and I didn't really wanna spend time trying to learn it. I prefer to, when the game comes out and I buy it, I try and learn it. It's a ranged character focusing on mage stuff. You can shoot arcane bolts and fire damage across the map. Ice explosions that will freeze your enemies, so your ranged attacks will destroy them. But it's a cool character. It can deal a lot of damage, but I don't know how to play ranged characters. when this charged bar fills up, your attacks will increase 25% in power. All your magic attacks, I mean, and they will cost no mana. You can just spam this Magnet Spear. It already doesn't cost a lot of mana, but once this battlefield, you can just destroy your enemies. You can just spam attacks. I mean, it's a cool character, but she doesn't have a lot of health. She can't take a punch at all. And I don't know, I just don't know how to play it. But let me show you guys some of her skills. Her Inferno skills focusing fire damage, of course. I really did expect just in Magnet Spear. And Icy Blast, it's frost attacks, Inferno attacks, and you have a Storm that deals electric damage, fire damage, all that good stuff. It's a whole bunch of attacks combined to deal a lot of elemental damage. She's a cool character. She can do a lot of damage, but not that great, in my opinion, because I don't know how to play it. I'm level 4, so I didn't really do anything. I'm spec'ing in focus and dexterity. Focus because I want more mana, because I'm a magic character, and that's really all. I didn't really got to play with this character. But now, my opinions on this beta, and if you should buy this instead of Diablo. So yeah, those two games are really similar. This one has more cartoonish graphics, which I mean are great. Great games have done this before. The Walking Dead, this recent title that just came out, is a really cartoonish play style, graphics. Borderlands, it's fan favorite, and it's all about those kinds of graphics. And it looks really cool. I mean, the lighting effects are good, the land is good. It's all randomly generated, so every time you start the game over and and you think, oh, it's boring, I'm gonna do that all over again. Sure, it's true in essence, you know, you're gonna do the same quests, but in all different caves, in all different landscapes. It's really cool. You don't feel like you're playing the same game all over again. And you have a ton of fun. You will find a lot of loot. Most of it's kind of useless, but you can use your pet here, which has its own inventory. You just shift click items you want to give him. See, like that. And if you press this button right here, send pet to town, all items in his inventory are is gonna get sold. I mean, and you're gonna get all the money when it comes back. The most time I've waited for him to return was 2 minutes, almost nothing. And don't want to underestimate having him with you. They deal a lot of damage. It's insane. It really is insane. And you can give him a little armor, a little punch. I mean, electric damage, poison damage, physical armor, all the good stuff, and send him back to town after finish cleaning a cave, and get all that money for free. You don't have to return to town all that often. You just have to play and let your dog do all the selling for you. And plus, you have a little shopping list here. If you're low on med packs, I've been playing a lot of that Mass Effect. And if you have a little health potions or mana potions, just put it here and send him back to town. He's gonna bring you the health you wanted, the amount you wanted. It's really useful. And plus, he can be a distraction. He's gonna get punched a lot, but you can sneak behind your enemies and do crazy damage to them. Let me see what else about this game. I don't really know. I think you have to try this game if you like games like Diablo. It's really cool. It costs $19. It's practically nothing. And the replayability, the amount of time you're gonna spend playing this game, it's gonna be really worth it. Trust me, Renegade Games did a great job putting this game together, putting this beta together. I didn't come across any bugs, any glitches, so it was all good. And I played this a lot, maybe 15 hours, something like this, maybe 7-8 hours with this character right here, and more 5 hours with the water one, with my engineer. And I gotta tell you, I had fun all the time playing this. It was really amazing. Getting all this gear is really addictive. Leveling up, it's really addictive. You want to get all those skills, you want to spec again. And in town, you have a guy that can reset your skill points and can respec all of it. I mean, that's awesome. Everyone that plays RPGs want that. So if you're not in the mood for a broody game like Diablo, greenish game like Diablo is, you don't want to fight the devil, I would suggest you getting Torchlight 2. It's coming out this summer. You can buy it on Steam, and you know, we all love Steam, right? And spend a lot of times exploring this world. Torchlight 2 was a great city. Torchlight 1. Let's continue on our adventure here. So guys, and that's it. I'm gonna play the rest of this stress test weekend with the other class I didn't really get a chance to play. Arcane Arts and Guns. I think it's specs. So I will update you on that. If it's cool, if it's not. And I don't think I'm gonna buy this right away because I got Diablo full price and Ghost Recon Future Soldier as well, so I'm kinda broke right now. But maybe when the game comes out, I will have the money to buy this. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, find it useful, and hope you bind the game so you can play together once you get it. So guys, thanks for watching, and bye bye.